Hello YouTube, it's 4:07 p.m. Friday, shoot I forgot the date already. Friday, November 5th, 2021. Sorry for the shoddy shaky camera work. Carrying a computer monitor and a bag of stuff. In fact, that's why I haven't vlogged much. That's actually why I didn't vlog at all yesterday and haven't yet today, is because I haven't had a free hand, but I've got a free right hand, which means very unsteady vertical video. But hey, here we are. I know I've walked down this street before and shot video of this street before. In fact, I remember commenting about this wooden pack and stack structure going up here. I absolutely detest this type of architecture, not only because I find it incredibly ugly, but for me it just goes back to the story of the three little pigs. And yeah, one of the pigs made their house out of straw, and one made their house out of sticks, and the other one made a house out of bricks, and the one who made his house out of sticks didn't fare very well against the big bad wolf. And what I see here is a really big house that a whole bunch of piggies are going to live in. It's made out of sticks. Also, on that note, I really think all it would take is a small can of gasoline and a match for that entire structure to go up in flames really quickly. Not that I'm going to do that sort of thing, or that I recommend anybody do that thing, but I'm just throwing it out there that that's all it would take. And for that reason alone, I just don't find that to be a safe structure. I just don't. And that's interesting. They're putting up bricks on that side. Hadn't noticed that. I was noticing loads of sticks and scaffolding, and I think that person is smoking weed. I smell weed. Of course, recreational weed is legal in Arizona, so I don't think there's anything wrong with just standing on the street smoking weed from a legal standpoint in Arizona anymore. Oh yeah, it reeks of weed right here. Dang. Oh, there was only oh man, there went the bus I wanted. Ah, damn it. Yeah, if there was a way to, yes, you are in a crosswalk, dude. You are in a crosswalk. You are in a crosswalk. You're in a crosswalk. You're in a crosswalk. You're in a crosswalk. Yeah, if there was a anyway, yeah, it smells like weed. I was wanting to Roanoke. I always forget to look at the street sign to see what the name of that street is because I've been walking down it quite a bit lately. That is Roanoke Street, and it connects from 3rd Street to Central. And there's the train I was hoping to get on. So I missed the bus and the train. F me. Oh hey, and look, there goes the Thomas bus. So I'm missing that too. I'm trying to get myself back to Bullocks. It's Friday, so my usual my usual journey. I mean, I had some other less than usual stuff that I did today, but I'm on my usual Friday journey to try to get back to Bullocks and hopefully get some dollar tacos and work on music for a little bit and pack up my stuff. So I'm dealing with a hardware challenge with my karaoke setup, and I've vlogged about different issues I've had with my karaoke system from time to time, and it just is what it is. I mean, wear and tear on equipment, sometimes things need to be swapped out and maintained and whatnot, but oh, look at all them government surveillance drones. Woo! In case you didn't get the memo, birds are not real. Those are government surveillance drones. All right. I don't really believe that, but it's an interesting theory. And it's a theory that actually makes pigeons a little less useless. Yeah, you are in a crosswalk, dude. I am getting so tired of people who are driving that stop in crosswalks. I got half a mind to literally walk on that guy's car. Yeah, just go ahead and back into that car. Try not to stop in the crosswalk next time. Thank you. Try not to stop in the crosswalk next time. So yeah, yesterday on my journey to Bullocks, I nearly got hit 3 times. Twice while crossing in crosswalks. And mind you, I wasn't jaywalking, it was crossing in crosswalks with the walk signal. And once just simply walking down the sidewalk. Somebody just rolled up on the sidewalk. I don't know why it's so hard for drivers to stop behind the sidewalk and look to see if there's somebody in the sidewalk. And then the woman, she yelled out her, after nearly hitting me, she yelled out her passenger window, "Sorry, I no saw you." And those are the people that have cars. Meanwhile, I don't. Anyway, yeah. So I just barely missed the train, and that kind of sucks. Yeah, but there's nothing I can do to make it show up any faster. And I think considering all the options I have of routes to get to Bullocks, just coming here and taking the train to Christown, and then the Route 60 from Christown to the bar would probably be my best option. So that's the plan. So gosh, what's going on? A whole lot of the same, I guess. I haven't had any, let's see, I do believe my last vlogs I was talking about how, yeah, I uploaded quite a few. I think it was on Wednesday. Yeah, my mechanic said he'd have my car done tomorrow. Obviously that didn't happen. Called that. No shock there. And he, it's nice towers. So many homeless people down below, and got these nice shiny towers that could provide shelter but don't.
Our top priority is
and most of the homeless people are just more concerned about getting their weed from that building. So, if you see something suspicious, what's suspicious? I'm probably suspicious.
Si usted ve algo sospechoso, comuníquese con el operador del tren ligero, con el inspector de tarifas, o llame al 9-111.
I just heard the Spanish word for suspicion. Suspicious. I heard that word enough times I'll be able to say it. But I definitely heard a Spanish word that meant suspicious. Okay, moving right along. Yeah, so I was vlogging. Yeah, I didn't get my car back. Didn't think I would. I think I mentioned Yellow Cab has a policy that if you have any kind of chargeable record, accident on your record, regardless of the circumstances surrounding the accident, you can't drive for 10 years. So yeah, I can maybe drive at Yellow Cab after I'm like 61 and a half years old. So that's not an option. I kind of didn't think it was going to be, but it's disappointing nonetheless, since that's sort of being a karaoke DJ, being a cab driver is probably what I'm best at. I think I mentioned I filled out an application I definitely vlogged on here. I was filled out an application to dispatch, but they only start dispatchers. So they start dispatchers and weren't willing to interview me to even find out, is there a reason we should start you at $20 an hour? They said they start all dispatchers at $13 an hour, which is insane because, $12.50 is the minimum wage here in Arizona. And it's my understanding there's a lot of fast food places that start people at $15 an hour. So why would it just seems insane to me that they pay $3 less for something that in theory you need mental, some mental skills to do. Although maybe they just figure at this point that since everybody's using computers, that there's no point in actually paying somebody that knows things when they can just pay somebody a really low amount and just have the computers think for them. I guess that's their logic. Anyway, so I was mentioning, so having some minor technical issues with my karaoke system, which not having a vehicle is making handling these kind of things very difficult, because it's difficult to move things around on the bus and get to the places where I can get. The main place where I buy used computer stuff is a place called West Tech Recyclers, and I'm not sure what time they open, but they now close at 3 p.m. So I woke up today a little bit before 2, and yeah, there was just no way to get there by 3, which sucks. I mean, if I had my car, obviously it would have been no problem getting there by 3. It takes, at that time of the afternoon, it takes maybe 20 minutes to drive from my place to West Tech, but I got ready as quick as I could and walked directly to the bus, picked up this monitor because I'm trying to see if maybe that'll solve my problem. But yeah, walked to the bus stop.
The next eastbound train will arrive in 2 minutes.
I'm waiting for a westbound train, so I don't know how long that'll be, but I saw the other one pull off as I was walking in. So I'm waiting whatever the maximum amount is. Yeah, so the Route 44 only runs every 30 minutes. I don't know on what person, doing bus scheduling thinks that every 30 minutes is adequate for any route, but it's really not. So yeah, I got there as quick as I could. Apparently I had just missed the bus by like 2 minutes, so I was looking at like 28 minutes until another one would be along. So yeah, it would have been something like 46, 47 after. So there was absolutely no way I was going to make it. With the bus leaving at 47 after, there was no way I was going to make it in, from 47 after to the top of the hour to make it to West Tech. So really need to get a couple of DVI cables. But yeah, that's obviously not happening today, and I don't think West Tech is open on the weekends. So maybe I can handle it next week. Yeah, the problem I'm having with my karaoke system right now is my control monitor. Part of the problem I have is this screw right here. That, the way DVI connectors connect, there's these little screws here that screw the anchor into the card, and that little bolt screw thing, that should be on my video card, but one of the times when I took it off, it stayed attached to this plug and came loose from the card. So now the problem I'm having is that the card, I didn't really have the tool to take that back off and unattach it. And for the most part, I've been using this monitor with this cable, so I just kind of screw that in and then screw that in, and it had actually been kind of helpful for me because it made it easier for me to see what direction to orient this. Because in the dark, when I'm hooking my karaoke stuff up, it's really hard to see which side has the flat pin to put these on. So sometimes it makes it hard to connect a DVI cable in the dark, the shape of the DVI cable. So having one of these connected to the plug and one not connected, it made it really easy for me to reach down and feel, what side of the plug went to what plug. But when my car broke down, and I had to start having 2 control monitors instead of 1 control monitor, because I was taking this monitor back and forth from Union Jack to Bullocks in my car, but since I didn't have my car, and that's a difficult thing to carry on the bus, this one got left at Union Jack, and I ended up bringing another one to Bullocks, and of course the one in Bullocks doesn't have the extra screw on the connector. Anyway, a couple of weeks ago I started having issues where it would sometimes not cut out. Like it makes a good enough connection that it detects the monitor so the computer boots all right, but it doesn't always send a picture. And the solution for that has been, and this is a horrible solution, but you know, I mean, when I'm on location, I got to work with what I got, because I don't have a vehicle to go get anything, and even if I did have a vehicle, where am I going to go to get things at, you know, 8 p.m. at night? So so what I've been doing is it's basically plugging the DVI cable into the back of the computer, and then taking the cord and kind of pulling and stretching, because basically I kind of pull and stretch up on it, it would make it work. So I've been pulling and stretching it, wrapping around the top of the computer case, and then securing it with duct tape, which is a horrible interim solution, but it worked. But the problem with that kind of solution is, as you keep doing it, it just keeps making the problem worse, and that really came to a head last night. I had a hell of a time keeping my control monitor usable. I couldn't even tell you how many times over the course of the night I had to undo the duct tape and kind of tug on it. I mean, the computer kept working, and thank God it doesn't affect my HDMI out. So the show ran without a problem, as far as everybody saw. You know, the output to the TVs looked great, the output to the sound looked great, and as long as I had everything all queued up in my Winamp playlist, which fortunately every single time I did, it just automatically changed my files just right. Like if I was singing or I was emceeing or something as a song was ending and then the screen went black, I just kind of, you know, used the force and just kind of relied on my software doing the right thing, and it did, but it just made for a difficult show. Anyway, I'm trying to go there and resolve that, and that's why I have this, and here's my train, so I'm going to wrap this up. Anyway, thanks for coming along on the walk.